Now we're going to start looking at whether the traditional Trinity proof text in the New Testament actually prove the Trinity. We should consider whether the traditional Trinity proof texts actually prove the Trinity. I believe they do not. Now, Trinitarians might say that I'm being stubborn and trying to find any excuse not to accept these texts as proof of the Trinity, and they would be right if this section was the entire argument. The crux of my argument is that we have clear statements that God is one, such as Deuteronomy 6:4, Mark 12:29, and that the Father is the only true God, 1 Corinthians 8:6, 1 Timothy 2:5, and that Jesus is a man who was given authority by God, 1 Timothy 2:5, Acts 2:22-24 and 36. I believe that the Trinitarian proof texts in the New Testament are generally circumstantial, ambiguous, and are heavily dependent on the choices of the translators. In order to do proper exegesis, we must let the Bible interpret itself. The best way to do that is to let the clear statements show us how to interpret the ambiguous statements. For that reason, we must see if the traditional Trinity proof texts are clear or ambiguous. Now, take a look at, or keep in mind this, when you're looking at these texts, keep in mind Deuteronomy chapter 4, verses 15 through 19. Take ye therefore good heed unto yourselves, for ye saw no manner of similitude on the day that the Lord spake unto you out of Horeb in the midst of the fire, lest ye corrupt yourselves and make an graven image, the similitude of any figure, the likeness of a male or female, the likeness of any beast that is on the earth, the likeness of any winged fowl that flieth in the air, the likeness of anything that creepeth on the ground, the likeness of any fish that is in the waters beneath the earth, at least thou should lift up thine eyes to heaven when thou seest the sun and the moon and the stars, even all the host of heaven, shouldest be driven to worship them and serve them, which the Lord God hath divided unto all the nations under the whole heaven. This is one of the most emphatic statements in the Torah, in the heart of the Bible. Take ye heed, therefore good heed unto yourselves. Pay very close attention. For ye saw no manner of similitude on the day that the Lord spake to you out of the Horeb in the midst of the fire. You did not see anything. God is a God who cannot be seen. And it says, and it's emphatically saying that you did not see anything, even the figure of a man, so that you don't end up worshiping them. This is what Moses cautioned them about. Moses cautioned them very strongly that you cannot see God. And one of the reasons was that they did not end up worshiping the figure of any man or anything that you can be seen in heaven or earth. Anything that you can see in heaven or earth is not God, according to Moses here, including a man. Don't worship them. Don't worship anything that you can see, including a man. Moses was very, very strongly warning them against basically the doctrine of the incarnation. It was one of the things covered here. It specifies likeness of a male. The incarnation teaches that God, in order to reveal himself to us, had to become a man that we could see. But Moses said, anything that you can see is not God. Moses very straightforwardly said, God is something that cannot be seen. The doctrine of the incarnation which is part of the Trinity, completely breaks this.